UN Squadron, or Area 88, was a launch title for the Super Nintendo. I'm saying Area 88 because this was kind of a ROM hacked UN Squadron, but mainly just because I got the title. The title of this is its Japanese, title. But I assure you, this is UN Squadron. Anyway, this is a fun game. This is a side-scrolling shooter made by Capcom, and in it you basically shoot enemies, and so as you shoot enemies, and as you go, you make money. And that money you can use to upgrade your plane, upgrade your craft, and upgrade your plane, and upgrade your plane's weapons, and choose weapons for that plane. I know this playthrough, I mostly was Shin Kazama, who's more all around. There's two other pilots you play as, but Shin Kazama was my go-to. And I started out in his first plane was pretty. It's not bad. But it didn't have a lot of weapons you could buy. But when I got that first upgrade, my upgrade path for all the weapons I could get was a lot more. It was really cool too. Although I do think, even though I'm not too good on shoot 'em ups or shmups, or whatever you want to call them, I thought I did okay. I thought it was fun. The bosses I was able to fight. I think I did beat the first boss, I think. But I think I got stuck on. I know the thing is too. What's really cool about this game is, as you play, if you suck too hard, like I was doing, the enemies are very active on the map screen, on that map or mission set. So if you take too long, the enemy will come to your door, and you have to fight them and save them off. So that's what I was doing a couple of times in this playthrough, was going through there. Hopefully the enemy is destroying my fortress or my base of operations. And so I think I think I need to get better at the bosses, because I know I tend to use all my special weapons to help get the boss done with. And maybe that wasn't the best thing to do, but we'll see. But I have fun with it. I like it. I really enjoy it, and I like how just by shooting aircraft is how you get money. That's kind of neat. And I know they drop power-ups as well, so which helps your guns and stuff, which is kind of neat. So yeah, I thought it was pretty fun. I really do enjoy this, even though I'm not a shooter fan. I think I said that. But no, I did like it. The graphics look fantastic for an early SNES game. I thought they were very well detailed. I know if I was playing this, granted I was alive when the SNES released, I would have been pretty impressed if I was a big fan of shoot 'em ups like this, because it looks really great. The game looks really detailed, and I like how everything just pops off the screen. And this also is the MSU1 version, because nowadays they can make MSU1 versions of these SNES games. So there's that too as well. I know you can tell jumping from NES to SNES, the graphics are really good and really well done, and it controls very well too. I left out control. I was able to, when I wasn't dying, I didn't blame the controls for my horrible, crappy shooting and dying. It was my own damn fault by doing that. So you can't really blame yourself by making a mistake, because the controls are pretty spot on, pretty good for this game. Oh, and one of my favorite things about UN Squadron is how in this game, how it's not just you have 3 lives, but it's not just 1 hit per life. You actually can take a couple of damage before you die. So it's kind of what it will do is, you can see too, it makes it be, at least to me, I like it because it will then. I think it helps with the gameplay, because at least you don't have to worry about, oh my god, I'm hit one time and I'm dead. At least you have that kind of that greater hits. That you get a couple, 1 or 2, and then you'll blow up. Of course, though, there'll be a point where when you need to get hit, if you get hit right after that, you'll still blow up. So you kind of have to be careful. If you get hit once, wait for it to come back up, because you have that little thing. You'll have to come back up a little bit. So if you wait a bit and then you do that, you're good. But you can only take so many hits to have that happen, whereas the final hunt will probably end your ship, will probably like make your ship blow up. So you're still gonna like be a little bit halfway decent at shooters to get to like do it. But I think it was a nice feature to have, at least in this game anyway. Yeah, and firstly, I don't know if UN Squadron or Area 88 is on any online services like Nintendo Online or anything. So you might have to like get a real copy or pirate the dang thing, or do that, or those things. Because I'm not sure if it's on there, even though like people that stand here, I don't accept piracy. But you know what? The game is old. You know, unless Nintendo puts it back on these services, you know, go for it. You know, I don't. You know, as long as it's not on those things. And plus, too, I'm playing the MC1 version, so it's kind of cool. So, you know what? If you want to support the company, as long as it's on those services, go for it. But until they do, unless something changes beyond this, when I make this video, you know, or maybe, you know, go somewhere and just, you know, as long as you can play is all that matters. You know, so I can't really say too much about that, any more than that. So, back it, go play it somewhere, play it how you can. So, anyway, that's all for this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode of Power Up or whatever I do next. Take care and happy gaming.